Hi, this is Jim Anderson with Psalmtree CFO, and I am coming to you to talk to you briefly about the gig economy. My take on this, based on my life's experience and what I am seeing from my perspective, is that this is something that's a major change in the world of work that we need to pay attention to. And there are many different opinions on this from different professionals, but you may want to look at their motivations and from their angle and how they want to see things. And that may include me too. Take my point of view with a grain of salt, but consider it and look at it from your life's experience and how you've been experiencing things. I don't know about you, but I have noticed that that jobs are harder and harder to hold on to for a long term. There may be many people who are in good jobs and are staying in those, but there are more and more companies that have high turnover, and it doesn't bother them, and they don't think in terms of being loyal. And their policies revolve around saving money in that turnover, and instead of lowering the turnover. This has to do with attitudes that employees have towards their employers and how employers have attitudes towards their employees. There is much less loyalty than there used to be. When I first started working in the work world, which for me was really kind of back in the 80s, 1980s, and showing my age. But back then, when you got a job, you were expected to stay at least 2 years, if not longer. 2 years was like a minimum, and you were not, you were sort of expected to develop yourself, if you're going to be successful in your job, to develop yourself to stay in that job as a career. In fact, in previous generations, there were many people who had one job their entire life. The first job they ever got was the job that they retired from, and they had a pension, and they had a savings, and they had a retirement. And they made a good life for themselves. But these days, we don't think in terms of our jobs in those terms. What has happened over the years, and even during my lifetime, I have found that it's not uncommon for you to get a new job every year, just about. And many other jobs, a lot more work is occurring in turnover. That as things change, you can lose your job on a moment's notice. Depending on where you live and what the laws are in the state in terms of, in the employment laws, the more lenient they are on businesses, the more likely it is that a business is going to when they let you go, they're just going to let you go. You're going to go into work one day and they're going to say, you know what, we've changed our policies, we've changed our strategy with your position, or we've changed the strategy on what our staffing needs are, or how we're going to fill our staffing needs. And so we're just going to let you go, and so you can pack up your things and go. And I know I don't know if it's standard practice here or not, but it's been my experience here in Texas that when you leave a job, you can lose your medical insurance instantly on that day, last day. Sure, you can get COBRA, but your insurance is canceled until the COBRA gets processed. And there are a lot of issues that I have with that. But anyway, our system of employment has changed so much that some of the old things and ways that we do things can really screw things up for us. And that's one example is, medical insurance. I mean, that's something that you don't want to be changing every a few months. It's something that you need stability in, because there can be pre-existing condition exclusions. I mean, if you get temporary insurance, they exclude pre-existing conditions. And some insurance policies, if you get them on an individual basis, exclude that. Even plans like Medishare will exclude previous existing conditions, medical conditions before you join up, and they'll exclude it for like 36 months, 3 years, from what I've heard. And so there's a real need for us as individuals to really think through the realities of the marketplace today. There is no employer loyalty anymore. And I'm speaking in general. That doesn't mean that there are exceptions. I'm sure that there are a lot out there. But those are not the jobs you're going to get, because there are people staying in those jobs. And those jobs are not going to come available. They're going to be very, very few and far between. The vast majority of jobs are going to be the ones that have high turnover. And those are the ones you're going to be able to find. So when you're unemployed and looking for work, the odds are you're going to end up in one of those jobs. So, gig economy. That's why the gig economy, I believe, is emerging. And when you have a full-time job, you need to have a side gig. You need to have something going on, another source of income. And you need to be prepared to lose your job at any moment. You need to take care of yourself and your family. And so that's why I recommend doing a side gig. And the biggest opportunity for that these days is affiliate marketing, and or selling things on the internet. Maybe doing like eBay, selling for other people on eBay, or something along those lines. Selling on Amazon. It could be, affiliate marketing. You don't have to fulfill anything. All you have to do is learn how to market really well, and you can make some really good money. And once you've got a big list, it doesn't take any more time than when you have a small list. And you can, the most time that it takes is to create content to get traffic. And traffic is the key. And you need traffic to build a list. And so that's why I recommend either partner with Anthony or some of this free coaching with the free market coaching that is available. So both of those links are going to be here below the video, and I want to highly recommend that you check them out. It's very low investment, but you get a lot of education. You get some hands-on experience, and it takes a while for it to build up, but I highly, highly recommend it. If you are an individual, you need to take advantage of our capitalist society and get a side gig going so that you've got diversity in your income. It's not all coming from one place or in two income households from just two places, but diversify that income. Get a side gig going. Maybe your side gig will be able to replace your W-2 job, but highly, highly recommend that you check out Partner with Anthony, or the free market coaching. With that, I appreciate it. God bless, and take care.